Good evening. Tonight's top story, the Best Life Adventure Channel is awesome. Hey, here's some news that's actually worth hearing. In this series, we're going to show you how you can take a 7-week, 7,000-mile epic journey across this country and see some of the most amazing, beautiful things that America has to show you, things that most people don't even know exist. Best off, we're going to show you how to do it for less than $3,500. So hit that subscribe button down there. Share this video with all of your friends and family. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, because this is episode 4 of the Transamerica Trail series. Let's go! Ask yourself this: if you suddenly had more money than you could spend, what would you do? Where would you go? How and with whom would you spend your time? Answering these questions can give you tremendous insight into who you are at your core. And knowing yourself is at the center of creating your best life. As we continue to work to define what best life means to us, we ask you to join us as we share this amazing story that is changing our lives. Last night we spent the night at the Hampton Inn in Charleston, West Virginia, downtown. Gave us a chance to get off of the rooftop tent, get into a bed, get a shower, get some breakfast before we hit the trail this morning.
Take the exit, then turn right onto Main Street toward Ripley.
When we stopped at Walmart, we got some tools. Some of the stuff that we needed to tighten the roof rack we just didn't have with us. So we picked up a few things, spent probably 15 or 20 minutes on top of the Jeep trying to get everything tightened down. And, you know, less than a mile down the road, the squeaking is ridiculously loud again. So I don't know what's going on, but Tiffany had a good idea. Maybe it's the clamps that actually hold the iCamper to the roof rack. Maybe it's not the roof rack itself. Maybe it's the iCamper clamps that can attach to the roof rack. So we'll have to check that out later on.
All right, she looks a lot better. It's time to get on the road.
Here we are, it's about 10:30, and we are officially on the Transamerica Trail in Ripley, West Virginia. Oh my goodness, guys, when you come out of Ripley, West Virginia, you come out and it goes through a neighborhood road. Neighborhood is a loose term. It's up and down and back and forth, and it's got everything but a loop in it. And we haven't been through it all yet, so maybe there will be a loop in it.
The loop is the 18-wheelers on this road coming at you at like full speed.
Yeah, we've had to like literally pull off the road into people's yards and stuff a couple times now, because this road's not hardly big enough for 2 cars. It's just barely big enough. When you come up to a car, it's stressful. But twice now we've had 18-wheelers, and they're rolling and they're moving and they're coming right down the middle of the road. So the message is clear: get out of the way, and get out of the way quickly. And heads up, and you're driving right out of here, you better keep your head on a swivel, because you never know what's coming around that next corner. All right, so this West Virginia TAT 1 track has been a real slow go.
And nerve-wracking. I need a massage.
That track back there was really, really skinny. For the majority of that trail, if you come up to a car that's coming the same direction or coming towards you, one of you either has to get off the road, or both of you have to have one tire in the dirt or the grass.
If you're lucky to have space to put your tire off the road.
Yeah, that was the challenge, is in some places there's not room to get a tire or wheel off the road for, you know, you guys to be able to pass. So that's just a very narrow section. The bottom line is that it slowed us down. We only averaged about 15 miles an hour. All right, so we just finished the first track, West Virginia Track 1, coming out of Ripley. It's about 48 miles, took us a little over 2 hours, so we're not making a lot of time. We're not moving too quickly. Man, some of these sections on West Virginia Track 2, whew,
Boy, they come really close up to people's houses. You feel like you're driving like in their personal driveway or something.
Right where that guy just turned during the stop sign. I was really kind of hoping there'd be someplace nice to stop in this little town, but I'm starting to wonder. Maybe after we take the left up here, once we cross the bridge, we'll take the left.
Look at that staircase.
All right, guys, so we finished up day 3. We found this little dispersed camping spot here, and you can see, but it's right on the edge of a little creek here, which is fantastic. We can hear the water running. It's going to be a nice sleeping situation for us tonight. That's really good. So we've had our dinner, sat here right by the creek, and enjoyed a nice dinner that Tiffany made for us. We only did about 175 miles today. That's less than what we wanted to get done, but this was also a very windy, very slow going part of the trail. So we're hoping that that's going to change in some other sections of the trail. I believe everybody averages about 200 miles a day. There'll be days where you get a little less, days where you get a little more. Today was a little bit less. That's okay. That's going to happen sometimes.
Friday was a gorgeous day, and we woke up excited to start moving, so we had a quick breakfast and hit the road. We wanted to get through the last 2 West Virginia tracks and at least the first 2 tracks in Virginia, but we also knew that we were going to wander off track a little bit so that we could hit the Sounding Knob Fire Tower. West Virginia tracks 3 and 4 were gorgeous, and we made really good time as we moved through the section. By lunchtime, we had reached Monterey, and that's where we picked up some lunch, got gas, and made a short little drive over to the fire tower.
All right, guys, here's a cool place for you to stop. It's the Sounding Knob Fire Tower. It's about a mile east of Monterey, and it sits on the top of a hill here overlooking the town of Monterey. But it's a pretty cool place to come and check out. We're gonna climb that. I'm gonna take Boomer with me. Tiffany doesn't do these things, and her knees don't like it very much. But I like to climb all the lighthouses. This looks like it's right up my alley. And Boomer's never been up anything like this, so let's see how he does with it. All right, well, we made it. I'm old and out of breath, but we made it. Here we are at the top of the tower. What do you think, Boomer? You can see the town of Monterey in the background. Great view from up here. I don't know if you can hear the wind howling. It's really kicking. It was nice and calm at ground level. But as we came up the stairs, you could hear it and feel it. And this is an open air stairwell. It's not closed in like a lot of lighthouses and stuff that we like to climb. So you feel the wind as you come up the stairs. And Logan, if you're watching this is where you need to come to practice your fire training. Plenty of stairs here. And put Boomer on your chest, it just makes it that much more fun. Oh man, we came around the corner and all of a sudden it was like we got hit in the face with this smell. It was like, did Boomer just like go in his bed? Because whew, it was bad. I'm like, well, there's a farm there. Maybe it's all those cows. Maybe they stink, but it just kept getting worse. And so, wow. Anyways, we pulled over for rack inspection. Boomer's clean. It wasn't him. He's looking at me like, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
But we're driving away from the farm and we don't smell it anymore, so hey, it's all good. All right, well, we finished Virginia Track 1. That's about 70 miles. We only averaged about 18, 19 miles an hour through that track. Not the fastest that we wanted, but we did stop and get some lunch. We did climb the fire tower, which was something that we wanted to do.
No, we didn't. You did. And the dog.
Boomer and I climbed the fire tower.
We did not climb that tower.
Now we're on to Virginia Track 2. That puts us less than 10 miles from the intersection where we came off of the Atlantic Ocean spur. So in very short order, we're going to be back on track that we have already seen, what we saw a few days ago. And it's at that point that we're going to start looking for some camping. Now I think I saw some dispersed camping when we were coming through here before. We're going to take a look at that. Hopefully I was right. Hopefully I'm remembering that correctly. Especially because what I'm remembering would have been really nice. So I'm hoping that that's the case. So we'll go check that out. If that doesn't work, there are a couple campgrounds in the area. But like we'd said before, this is Memorial Day weekend. This is not the easiest time to get a campground. So we're kind of hoping the dispersed camping works out, because campgrounds can get filled up quickly. So I guess we're fixing to find out, right? So we're just finishing Virginia Track number 3. It's about 40 miles. We finished that up. We averaged about 20 miles an hour through that section. Really nice, very beautiful section. Now, right at the end of this, we're right at the end of that track, there's a place called Dothat State Park. And we're going to see about what they have available for camping there tonight. All right, guys, so here we are at the Beaver Dam Campground. This is a great campground. I just wanted to show you the restrooms here, because when you're camping, restrooms can be such a huge deal. But look at this. Look at this. You see how clean that is? That's just insane. But for camping campgrounds, this is all very good, very clean. That's always a big positive. But they got showers here too. So we stumbled onto this. We didn't have a reservation. We found this place about 4:30, 4:45. Not only do they have electricity and water, but they've also got clean bathrooms and showers. And look, these are our favorite types of showers, because in here, you've got your own private room. That's fantastic for a campground. Campground showers, this is about as good as it gets. The only place that we've been where they had showers that were nicer than this was at the Yogi Bear campgrounds, the Camp Jellystone campgrounds. Those are fantastic. If you've not seen those campgrounds, check out the video that we did for the Epic Jeep and Adventure series, where we took the Jeeps up the East Coast. If you haven't seen that, that's worth watching. We put our Jeeps, we did that with the Dirty Bunch Jeep Club. We put the Jeeps on the train in Orlando, took them up to Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C., drove up into Pennsylvania, and spent 10 days driving back to Orlando, back roads, off-road parks. We earned 7 Jeep badges of honor during that trip. And we stayed at the Yogi Bear Jellystone Campground in North Carolina. So if you want to see what those look like, check out that video series. That was fantastic. These are the only ones that I've had, or that we've used, stayed at, that had anything even close to that in that category. So thumbs up to these guys. Boomer, what do you got going on? Come here, come here. Oh, you can't come here. Oh, you can. Check you out. You got yourself all tied up over here. What we got going on? Here, let's get you. There you go. There you go. Yeah. All right, well, we're finally getting to crash out, but a little bit of a change in plans after we got set up and we were just about ready to go to bed. Had our showers, had our dinner, just finishing up some notes. And some folks rolled up and said that they had the campsite reserved that we were in. And basically...
Even though there was no tag on the site saying it was reserved.
Yeah, so the signs at the campground say that if a site is reserved, that there's a tag on the post at the front of the campsite, and it has the person's name on it. And so if there's a campsite that doesn't have a name tag, then that one's available. And after 4 o'clock, if it doesn't have a post, doesn't have a name or a sign on it, then it's open and you can have it. So we rolled in, it's almost 5 o'clock. And there were 2 campsites that didn't have the signs on them. So we set up in one of them, got our showers, got our dinner, ready to go to bed. And then these folks roll up and they've got reservation paperwork and they want us to get out. So we start packing up and we figure, well, we'll just move to the one next door. But then we're starting to worry, what's going to happen if those folks just show up and we have to move again? So while we're packing up, guess what? Folks showed up for that one. So the 2 that didn't have reservation tags on the posts were actually reserved. And so the ranger comes and we explained what was going on to him. And he was really cool. He saw that we were already packing up and moving, whatever. And so he's like, you know, you guys just follow me down the road. I'll show you where there's some dispersed camping where you guys can stay for free. Because we were going to have to get online afterwards and pay for these campsites, or pay for the campsite. And so it was literally right outside the camp. I mean, we're not even half a mile from where we were before. But instead of being in a campground with a bunch of other folks, now we're in a dispersed campsite right on the side of the road, right outside the camp, or the state park entrance. Works for me.
It's free, and guess what? It's an even better place because now we're right by the river again. So we get to listen to the river all night long. Before, no river. Now, river. And we've had a hot shower. And our dinner, we're ready for bed. Good night.
Join us next time as we enjoy the beauty of the remaining Virginia tracks and then spend some time with our friends from the Dirty Bunch Jeep Club. The Best Life Adventure Channel's Transamerica Trail series is brought to you by Extreme Jeeps and Trucks in Orlando, Florida, and by RCI Jeep and 4x4 in Melbourne, Florida.